We're staying in our office layout.dwg file, and we're going to be taking a look at the break and join commands in this particular part of the course. Now, before we do that though, I've noticed a little error in the drawing. And these things happen from time to time. You'll notice down here that if you hover over this arc, and also this line here, they are on the walls layer. They should be on the doors layer. So let's click on the arc, click on the line, go up to our layer drop down here, select doors, and that'll put them on the right layer. Hit escape a couple of times to deselect, and you'll see they're now on the green doors layer. Now, the reason I've updated the door is somebody in their wisdom has decided they don't want the door this side of the building. They want it over here, where we've got our beautifully placed desk, but they also want the entrance exit here for easy access to the bin store, so the bins can be put out regularly for the bin men to collect. Now, we need to tidy up a bit if that's the case. Now, this isn't going to be too difficult to do. We've got the break and join commands, and we can also utilize mirror to make our lives a bit easier. So we'll select the chair, the desk, the computer, and the plant. Pop up to the modify panel and click on mirror. Now remember, zoom in a bit if you need to, but you need that midpoint there. Left click. Drag horizontally to the left, outside of the building there. Can you see the polar tracking? It should be 180. Left click on the polar tracking line and erase source objects. Yes, in this case. When you zoom out now, can you see our desk has moved into this bigger space here? So it could potentially be almost an executive office. Now, you might want to move the big plant as well. So click on the big plant. You can just click on the grip there. See the grip? Hover over it, click on it. Pop it up there in the corner of the office. Click again. Make sure you hit escape a couple of times if you are moving things using grips. So there we go. The space is now clear for the door over here. Now, we're going to zoom in really, really closely on the door first of all. So zoom in like so. Now, you'll notice that we've got two lines that form the door opening, and we've got obviously the line and the arc that form the door. Now, zoom back out again. The reason we need to zoom back out again is you'll notice we've got a hatch pattern that kind of, if we start breaking and joining the wall, that hatch pattern's going to get a bit screwy, isn't it? So what we're going to do, first of all, we're going to hover over the hatch pattern and click on it to select it. And you'll notice it's got a centroid grip there, like so. But you'll also notice, if you go to the Home tab on the ribbon, you can ignore the hatch editor. We'll look at hatch later. Click on the Home tab on the ribbon. You'll see that the hatch is also on the walls layer. So we need to go to the drop down and select hatching and put it on the right layer. You can now click on the blue grip in the center of the hatch, left click on it, and just drag the hatching over here to the right somewhere and click again. Not worried about where it goes. Hit escape a couple of times just to deselect it. So now the hatching is out of the way. We can rehatch later. So we now need to select all of the objects that form our door. So I'm going to do a bit of zooming trickery here and get it so that we can see the bottom face along here of our building. And then I'm going to put my crosshair about there and left click and release. And as I come down with my blue window selection, can you see only the objects inside the blue window are being selected? So when you get to there, you should see the two lines, the line for the door, the arc for the door, the green ones, and then you left click again, and it will only select those objects. We're then going to go up to the mirror command again. Click on mirror on the modify panel. Now it's asking for the first point of your mirror line. We're going to do a snap override. Hold down the shift key on the keyboard and right click. You want mid between 2 points. Click on it. It'll ask for the first point of your mid. You're going to go for this corner of the building on the outside, left click on the endpoint snap. And then you're going to go to this endpoint on the other side, make sure it's the outer one, left click. And you'll notice now, as you drag vertically upwards up your 90-degree polar tracking line, can you see that we are now mirroring the door? Can you see that? So make sure you're on the 90-degree polar tracking line and left click once. Do you want to erase the source objects? Yes, we do. So we've left a gap over here, and we need to tidy up the gap here. like so. Now, don't worry about the hatching for the wall. We'll cover that later, but we do need to fill up this gap here. So we're going to go up to the Modify panel and click on the flyout and just pin it open. You'll see two little arrowheads, kind of butting heads there. Can you see? It's that one there, the join command. Click on it, and you want to select this horizontal line, this horizontal line. Press enter, joins it together as one line. You can then just right-click, repeat join on the shortcut menu, do the same again. This line, this line. Because they're collinear, press enter to finish, they will join nice and neatly. So you'll notice now, that is one line, and that is one line. What we're going to do now is we're going to zoom in on the new door position, and we're going to utilize some break tools. Now the break tools again are on the pinned out Modify panel. You've got this one here, break, where it breaks the selected object between 2 points and removes the bit in between the 2 points. And you've got break at point as well. So we're going to do the one with the little 2 blue bits on it, break. Click on it. Select the lower horizontal line to break. Now you'll notice it's trying to break where I clicked on the line. So what you're going to do, you're going to right click and go first point. Select first point on the shortcut menu, and we'll go with this endpoint snap. Left click. And then as we go across to this endpoint snap, it will show us an intersection. Left click. And you've broken that, forming the opening for the door. Go back up to the Modify panel and use the other break command, break at point. Click on it, and we're going to select the horizontal line here, like so, and we're going to break it at this point here, left click. So now we've got a line there and a line there because we've broken at that point. Going to do it again, break at point. Make sure you click on it on the ribbon as well. Don't right click because it might select the wrong break. So break at point again, we select this line that we've just made, and we go to this point here and click here. So now we've got 1, 2, 3 lines. So we select this line here, right click, erase. Zoom out a bit and pan a bit, and you'll see now that our door is nicely positioned and the wall has been closed at the other end. You can unpin the Modify panel, job done. So as you can see now, our office is starting to take shape.